Hello guys, and welcome to another episode here on the No Farms. My name is Ezekiel. So every business comes with its fair share of problems. So if you decide to start a business, be sure you are going to face problems, okay? But that shouldn't be something that is going to stop us, because problems are meant to come. Problems are actually meant to test our ability to withstand them, okay? So today we are going to be talking about 5 mistakes that I've made since I've started rabbit farming. I'm still a young rabbit breeder, so I've encountered some problems that are actually new to me, and it's good I share it out there to existing farmers. Okay, it's good I share it out there to existing farmers and also new farmers as well who are going into the rabbit industry. But before we start, I have 2 exercises for us to perform. Okay, the first exercise, we're going to do it right now. All right, are you ready? So we are going to pause this video after this. Just pause the video, go to the description, go subscribe, and hit the notification bell. This notification bell alerts you anytime we post a video or a picture or anything of that sort. Okay, so just pause this video right now. Please pause the video right now and just go hit the subscribe button and the notification button as well. Okay, so welcome back. Thank you very much for your efforts. Those of you that have subscribed, we are truly grateful for your efforts so far in growing the channel. We hope that the good Lord will richly pay you back for your efforts. Alright, so let's jump quick into what we have for you today. So these mistakes can be applied in other agribusinesses. It's not just based on rabbit farming, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be doing my illustrations based on rabbit farming, because that's primarily what we do here. Okay, so there's been issues of startup. You meet a farmer and the farmer tells you the main problem is that people don't start up, right? But you don't really understand what he means by for you to just start. They tell you the main problem is for you to start, like just start. Once you start, you learn along the way. But I will tell you to start up right. There's a big difference between starting up and starting up right. Once you start, you just start. You may start with inferior goods concerning your construction of the housing system. It may be bad breeds or something like that. You've not purchased medicines to cater for your sick rabbits and to also eliminate disease and all those things. So when they tell you to just start, I think it's kind of like a hello thing they are telling you. It's more like they've not told you of the dangers ahead and all those things. So I will tell you to start up right, and it will have to deal with your housing system. They've been this wire mesh. I think it's 1/2. Yeah, either the coated or the galvanized. This 1/2 wire, they told me it could be used for the floor system. Okay, as in you can use it for the floor. It's able to allow the urine and the droppings to fall through, alright. But there's a big menace that we are actually facing, we those that have used this particular mesh. The rabbits are chewing through it like wood. Like serious, guys, I'm telling you, they are chewing through it like wood. You can see a hole this size. The next day you come and it's like a full door. You wouldn't believe it, okay? But I'm telling you, that's the truth. This wire isn't good, okay? I'm telling you today, farmers out there, if you are planning to go into rabbit production, or let's say grass cutter production, and your mindset is to use this particular kind of wire, I am telling you, please don't use it. Instead you use the 1/2, I think it's 1/2 inch, the galvanized wire. I'm going to put either a video or a picture out there for you to see how the mesh looks like. But that particular mesh is thicker and it's also tougher. it's able to resist the bites of rabbits, because rabbits have a very naughty habit of biting stuff. They just chew through anything, whether your clay pots, clay feeders and all, they will chew through it. Okay, so it's good you put such measures so that you don't incur future expenses. You see, rabbit production is a game of numbers, right? It's a game of numbers, and they tell you the greater number you have, the more income you are able to mobilize. And don't get me wrong, that's true. That's absolutely true, 100% true. But what you need to take note is that in a haste to acquire more rabbits, you may compromise on their caging system. And once you compromise on this particular caging system, it means that in the long run, the cage is going to undergo maintenance, right? It's going to undergo maintenance. Let's say you started with that particular half by half wire mesh, and you constructed 4, or let's just say 3 cages. You've constructed 3 cages that can house 12 each. Let's just say 12 each, and you started production. All is moving well, and you are able to fill these cages, but along the line you realize that the rabbits are now chewing through this wire mesh. You see, the problem you are going to face is that how to bring out those rabbits in the particular affected cage, because you can't leave the rabbits in there and work on it, right? You can't leave the rabbits in there and work on it. You wouldn't work very well effectively. Okay, how to bring out those rabbits? And once you bring them out, the main question is now, where will you keep them, right? Where will you keep them? So you see, it's going to be bringing extra problems to you. So the suggestion I have for you farmers and prospective farmers out there is that, why not start right? You might not start like how you expected to start, but starting up small, it's worth it. Trust me, it is. It's worth it than starting at boom, then problems everywhere. You might run away. Trust me, you might quit the business. So I'll tell you to start up right, and it starts with your caging system. I repeat, start up right. It starts with your caging system, your materials. Don't use inferior materials, okay? Don't use inferior materials to construct your cages. Please don't do it. So second would be feeding. Now we all know how important feeding plays in animal production. Someone will tell you feeding is like what you put in is what you get out. Okay, if you put in let's say less nutritious feed, you are going to get slower growth. You are going to get leaner rabbits. When I say leaner, like they don't build muscle very fast. Okay, you are going to get all sort of like stunted growths, right? So a problem that I faced on my farm was feed consistency. So there was a time where I ran out of feed. There have been several times. It's not even one time. There have been several times where I ran out of feed, and I'm forced to compromise on their feeding. When I say compromise, what I'm trying to say is that I try to cut down on the how nutritious the feed could be. Let's say you normally put 4 bowls of fish meal, then 2 bowls of soya. So it means what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut down the 4 bowls to 2 bowls, and I'm going to cut down the 2 bowls of soya to 1 bowl. What this means is that the nutritional value the rabbits used to drive out of the feed, they are not going to be getting it. So it means they are going to be malnourished in a way. They will not be getting the required feed they used to get. So it means their growth is going to be slowed, even though they will still get some nutrients, but it's going to be slowed. It's going to be in a slower rate. Okay, so prospective farmers out there, what I have for you is that try and budget ahead. Don't just budget for the feet of, let's say, 1 month, 2 months. Okay, I'll tell you, if you can, only if you can, budget for at least 4 months of feed. just budget that in such a way that you wouldn't be running out of feed in 4 months time. I'm saying 4 months because let's say you start the first month. By the fourth month, you would be able to produce bunnies that you would sell, that would pay for the feeding that they fed on when they were on your farm. Okay, when they were on your farm, they would pay for that feed plus their mothers and other bags as well. Rabbit farming, like they pay for themselves. Rabbits are such that they pay for themselves. Once you put in a good management system, it's such that you are able to use the capital you've gotten from the rabbits to cater for various aspects. Let's say feeding. You're able to cater for feeding. You're able to cater for their housing systems. You're able to cater for their medications and all that. So it's up to the farmer to make sure there's enough feed for the future, because the future isn't going to be like how you started. You anticipate that you grow, not to retrogress, not to go backwards. To go backwards rather. Another aspect I'll be putting under the feed, still under the feed, will be absence of plowback profits. Okay, you see, farmers sell their bunnies or they sell their stock, and what they refuse to do is they refuse to plow back the profit. At least put some amount, or you save some amount for the rabbits in terms of their feed, okay, or in terms of their medication, feeds and medications. It's very important. These two, they are very important. So what farmers don't do is they don't put some amount back into their business. They use it for other stuff. Okay, so what plowback means is that, let's say you have a doe that have littered 6 on an average. Okay, they litter 6 on an average, and when they are ready for sale at 4 months, when they are ready for sale, you sell them roughly around 100 cedis. So that will be giving you 600 in total. And this 600 Ghana cedis, some farmer will tell you it's a profit that he has made, but I will tell you it's not actually profits. The profit is there, but you haven't deducted the feed amounts, medication amounts, and maintenance to some point. Maintenance amount out of it. It's when you deduct this tray out of it that you can confidently say this is my profits, right? But farmers don't do this, and it's actually a problem. You don't save some money for their feed, you don't save some money for their medication, and when the problem comes, it becomes unbearable. Maybe at the time the problem came, you don't have money to go buy drugs. Yes, let's say you don't have money to go buy drugs. You don't have money to buy feed components to make feed for your animals. Okay, so this will now become a big problem for you. But if you had saved some few pennies here and there, let's say out of that 600 Ghana cedis, you had saved just 200 Ghana cedis. These 200 Ghana cedis would be able for a single doe, a single mother. You are able to save 600, and you are able to save 200 Ghana cedis for a single doe. So it means that this 200 Ghana cedis is going to cater for its feed, it's going to cater for its medication. In case its cage has been damaged a bit, it's going to cater for maintenance. Okay, but it means once you do this, it means that you'll be able to prevent some future occurrences that will come, because you are very much certain feed is going to run out eventually. Okay, you are very much certain feed is going to run out. Definitely rabbits will fall sick, not on an occasional basis. It's going to fall sick on an occasional basis, so you are going to cater for that as well. And in case the cage should get affected, or if it gets damaged, you are going to equally cater for that. So it's good that we predict ahead by saving some few pennies to actually cater for some of these problems. And third on my list will be our breeds. Okay, will be our breeds. This is a big problem, guys. I'm telling you, this is a serious problem. Let me base my example based on Ghana here. Ghana here, our rabbit farmers will tell you they breed for meat, right? They breed for meat, and that's true. So they don't follow breeding programs. They just take the one to back, they breed. Once they produce good litters, he's cool with that, he's able to sell. And we, those that go to buy, we don't make inquiries on the lineage of the breed. We don't ask, how is this breed performing? How was the mother like? How many kids did they give birth to? Look at the body size and all that. We don't ask those questions. So we just go to acquire breeds and we just bring them and we start breeding them. But the problem we don't realize is that buck or that doe you've gotten from the farmer may have carried a very bad gene that you brought into your farm. It may not necessarily reflect in the buck that you've gotten. The buck may have an excellent size. Don't get me wrong. It may have an excellent size. It may be very active and all that. It has shown very good signs that it's good for meat production. But then when you breed it, you realize that it's later that it has produced with a doe. It's having poor growth rates. Some are falling sick. Their mortality rate is very low and all that. So it's good you at least make some inquiries. If it's a buck that you've gotten, look around. Does it have brothers and sisters around? How do they look like? Are they of the same size with that buck? Are they very strong, like you've seen the buck that you've gotten from the farmer and all that? Those are some few things that you can just acquire from the farmer before you purchase your buck or doe. Okay, so and another thing is a gene factor. Now like I said, the gene factor is very important, but we don't consider such. We just look at the physical appearance. Like I said earlier on, we look at the physical appearance and all that. Once it matches our spec, we just pick it up and we go and we start using it for production. That's not how we do it, okay? So you need to look for, if it's a buck, look for its father or its grandfather. Look for litters that the grandfather has produced. How are they like? Are they of the form that you are taking? Are they the desired characteristics that you are looking for? So you need to make those inquiries to make sure that these things are very solved. Because if you have a bad gene, listen to me guys, if you have a bad gene, this bad gene could go a long way and ruin your whole stock, right? It will ruin your whole stock, from bucks to does to bunnies, everything. What I mean is that, let's take it that you have a buck that has bad genes. This buck will spread the bad gene to the does that you've bred it with. The doe is going to litter, and these bunnies are going to carry those bad genes, because once you breed a doe to a buck, the gene is automatically 50-50. 50 from the buck and 50 from the doe. So 50% of the buck is going to be transferred to the bunnies. Okay, it's going to be transferred to the bunnies. So you need to make sure that the bunnies, the genes that the bunnies are getting, it's genes that are good, are genes that you require for your production. Okay, so it's good you know these things. These are a few things that I think you should know, and I've suffered from these things. I don't want you people, one day you come and you be like you've gone through search. It wouldn't be good. That's why we're putting this out there for you people to learn from it and to avoid such mistakes. And for you viewers watching, if you are not directly, what should I say, interested in what I'm doing, but maybe you might know someone who is very much interested in search, simply share the video. That's just your responsibility, right? Just share it to someone you think is interested in search. Recommend it to someone. Okay, so let's continue. The fourth one would be your management system. Once your management system is down, everything is down. Okay, once your management system is down, everything is down. You need to put a good management system. Let me set a scenario for you. Let's take it that you feed your rabbits twice a day. Okay, you feed them twice a day. Let's say this morning you were able to feed them. They didn't feed very well. in the evening time, you were like, oh, so I fed these rabbits and they didn't eat, let me just leave them. You say they didn't eat, right? That's true. Maybe most of them didn't feed, but it didn't mean all of them didn't feed. Still provide them with a feed. Some may eat, some may not eat. So don't compromise on your management systems. Once your management system is down, everything is down. Another scenario is, like I said earlier on, rabbit production is a game of numbers. Okay, you decide to put in a breeding system where each rabbit produce 5 to 6 times. Okay, 5 to 6 times. That's a lot. You are actually stressing the doe. You are stressing her out. Okay, you put this breeding system and yet your management is very bad. The cage that you house you're doing is very bad. It's not large enough to accommodate, let's say, on an average 6 bunnies, and yet you are breeding her 6 to 5 times in a year. Okay, so it means that these bunnies together with their mother inside there are going to be crowded. They are going to be crowded. And I've told you recently of the menace of heat stroke. That was my first time of actually experiencing it, and it was terrible, guys. You need to believe me, it was so bad that I didn't understand what was going on. The doe was paralyzed. I didn't know what to do. By the time I had figured out what the disease was, the doe was already dead. Okay, so you need to pay much attention to your management system. Ensure that your management system is very good. Okay, ensure that your management system is very good for your rabbits. Once your management system is good for your rabbits, you're on the path to success. Okay, all right, so the last one would be, I think the last one should have been the first one. You let me know in your comment section what you think. The last one should have been the first one, right, guys? The last one is passion for your business. Now, this is like the basis of everything. The basis of everything, guys. You can't start something that you don't love. How then do you move? When challenges come, how do you move? These challenges that I'm telling you about, once the passion was not there was no way we could move forward. But since the passion is there, we are able to push through, or we are still pushing through. Let me put it that way. We are still pushing through. Okay. You need to develop passion for what you do. Once you don't have the passion, you can't do. There are some extra responsibilities, let me even call them sacrifices. There are some sacrifices that you are going to make for the business that on a normal base, let's take it that it wasn't your business, you wouldn't do, or you never had a passion for it, you weren't going to do it. Okay, so you need to develop passion for the business you do. This will enable you go a long way to make some sacrifices that are going to benefit the business at large. Okay, so those are the 5 mistakes that I've made, and I think it's very important I put it out there for you people. I know there are some existing farmers watching me. There are some people that are yet to go into farming that are still watching me, and if you are watching me, please take note of these mistakes. These mistakes can be applied in other livestock production. Like I said, it's not only based on rabbit production. I'm just basing it on rabbit production because that's what I primarily do. Okay, so you need to take note of these things. It's very important. I wouldn't be happy in some 2-3 years to come, you contact me and you're like, you've experienced that particular kind of menace on your farm, because I literally told you what to do and what not to do. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you've learned something. Let me know what your comments let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. We have the last assignment for you guys, and the last assignment is for you, those of you who weren't able to share the video, weren't able to like. Now is the time. Please go to the comment section, share your thoughts with us on the comment section, like, share, and most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. I think our analysis have shown that we have more viewers than more subscribers. Sorry, more subscribers. So it's good you don't just view, at least subscribe to the channel. Like, it goes a long way in helping us produce more videos, put out more videos out there for you guys. So please, I'm begging you, please, please, and please again, go and like, subscribe, share the video to people you think who might be interested in what we do. Alright, so this brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for sticking with us throughout this lesson. We are truly grateful for your sacrifice, and until we see you in the next one, it's a goodbye for now.